you. My name, of course, is Coach Borino, and almost daily I come to you, teach you, help you, inspire you, show you how to get more leads, how to get more clients, get more listings. That is the idea. I don't teach anything else other than get leads, get appointments with those leads, turn them into listings, make money, have a good life, have a good career, enjoy yourself. And I know, easier said than done. I don't pretend this is an easy business. But it can be a very rewarding business. It can be a very profitable business. It can be a fun business. You just need to have certain things in place, like lead generation systems, to get on track. So let's get started. Good to have you, everybody. Laura, good to have you. Ryan is with us. Welcome, you guys. So I left this here from yesterday. This is the recap of our yesterday session. How do you even know you have a lead generation problem? How do you know? Well, you know if you have less than 2 months of money you need to live, to pay bills and run your business. If at least 2 months in the bank, you're good. But if it's less than that, if it's just a couple $1,000s and the money's not coming in, you have a lead generation problem. Your income problems will go away if you figure out how to generate good leads. Today I will help you with that. Number two, how do you know? If you have less than 3 good listings on the market. If right now you don't have at least 3 good listings, now the more is better, but at least 3, you have a problem. Number 3, if it's been at least 10 days since your last listing presentation, you have a lead generation problem. If you don't have a listing presentation scheduled for the next 7 days, you have a lead generation problem. Because if there are no potential listings coming, your business is in jeopardy. Number 5, if the systems you have in place, marketing, advertising, lead generation, are not producing at least twice the revenue you put in, you have a problem. So if you're plucking down money for your Facebook campaign and not getting at least double the back, now 3 times, 4 times should be your goal, but at least twice, you have a problem. If you don't have at least 20 motivated seller leads in your contact management system, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because only a certain percentage will convert. That's just a law of averages, right? Basic statistics. So you need to have at least 20. Now, if you have 200, that's pretty good. Next, if you don't have a lead generation and prospecting system, that means if you're improvising, if you still don't know exactly what the steps are you need to take to get motivated leads into your pipeline, you, my friend, have a problem. And you need to be aware of it. Number 8, if you don't follow a daily routine, if every day is different, if it's up and down, there are days where you're productive, you get shit done, you're like jamming, you're doing it. But then there are days where you don't. It's like molasses, it's slow. And worse, you depend on how you feel. Am I inspired? Am I motivated? Am I Mr. Tony Robbins jumping up and down? Or am I Mr. Depressed? I'm going to kill somebody today. So you don't have a routine. Number 9, you don't have a plan. There is no planning. There is no set process in the calendar. There's no long-term planning. You don't have the numbers in place. This way, you don't even know whether you're on track or off track. Yes, you set some kind of a goal sometime in January to make some money. But that's long forgotten and probably off track. Am I right? I've been there. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying. Number 10. You have not, no listing has sold in 60 days. Nothing has happened in 60 days. There's no closing, no activity in 60 days. Trouble. And you don't have a Borino system. You're trying to reinvent the wheel. These are symptoms. These are red flags. If any of these applies to you, and there's usually more than one, because if you don't have listing appointments, there's probably not enough money in your bank. And if you don't have any listing appointments, you probably don't have enough good listings on the market. So today I'm going to help you fix it. Today we're going to evaluate how do I get on track, how do I stay on track, how do I stay consistent so that you, my friend, have a profitable business. There's a number here, 601. Before I wipe it, do you see it? That's an important number. That's the number of transactions, according to statistics straight from National Association, of number of homes sold and closed excuse me, every 60 minutes. It's about 10 a minute. 10 a minute, 601 on average, statistically, will close in the next hour. So by the time we're done with today's session, there'll be 601 transactions, so give or take about 1,200 checks will be cut. If you're not getting one of them, we got to fix that. All right? So, look, good to see you. Philip is here. Sean, Danielle, Michael, Terry. Excellent. So how do we fix your lead generation problem? I actually have a fancy presentation. Check me out. We're going to focus on listings, of course. Generate seller leads. That's our focus, is to get sellers, because good listings will naturally generate good buyers. So we're not going to focus on buyers, we're going to focus on sellers. Here is how you troubleshoot it. If any of these 10 raise the red flag, don't worry about it, we can fix that. Number one, what is the definition of a lead to begin with? We need to know who we are after. The definition is a homeowner who is planning to sell within the next 6 months. You can stretch it a little bit if you want, but I wouldn't go past a year. If somebody wants to sell more than a year down the road, there are so many variables. The system becomes very complex. The follow-up becomes difficult, challenging. You're competing with a bunch of other agents. Focus on now business. Focus on people who want to move right now. And I'm going to show you just a couple of examples how you can do that. Focus on people who are already in the process or will enter the process pretty soon. That is the best lead generation. So this is just my area. Of course, your numbers will be different. But in my area right now, for sell by owners and make me move leads, look at that, 111. Don't you think that some of these 111 properties that are currently here in Arlington, Virginia, where I live, just outside of Washington, D.C., will turn into listings? Of course they will. Not everybody and not right away, but these are great opportunities of people who are already waving their hands, so I don't have to spend hours and hours and hours and thousands of dollars trying to find somebody. They already found them for me. All I have to do is go on Zillow, go on Craigslist. There are other places, of course, you can go. Here's the next example. This is from our friends at Espresso Agent, some statistics. Last year's stats, look at these numbers. Number of expireds. Las Vegas, 7,654. They have about 1,200 expireds a month. Some of those people will go back on the market. Are they easy to find? Yes, hell yes. You can go on MLS right now. You don't need expensive systems. Now, if you use Espresso, that's great. But you don't need to. You already got 1,200 people every month in Las Vegas. If you're in good old Vegas, I was there last month, it was a lot of fun. There you go. Look at some other numbers. These are, of course, examples. Your area may be different, but I assure you there are people out there who were trying to sell who couldn't, who will try again. Chicago, Illinois. 21,000 expireds last year. They have about 3,500 a month. If you're near Houston, Texas, our friends in Texas, 10,932 expireds. That's about 1,822 a month. How about Atlanta, Georgia? 16,824 expireds. About 2,800 a month. Tons of opportunities of now business. This is an example. If you're in Newark, New Jersey, 6,381. You have business all around you. So your target should be sellers or buyers who must sell first, who are now business. That's the criteria. Sellers or buyers who must sell first. If you're bogged down with buyers, you're asking for trouble. That's no good. Now, here's the rule. Do what's profitable, not what's comfortable. This is what trips so many agents. Their lead generation is not working because they focus on, well, I'm not comfortable doing that, I'm comfortable doing this. I don't want to do that, I want to do this. Measure it only by profit. Is it profitable? Because remember, friends, you're running a for-profit business. That's a business that generates revenue. And if your business is not generating revenue, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. So what is the price? Of course, there's always a price. If your lead generation needs to be fixed, be ready to pay the price. There's always a price. Not doing it, of course, there's a price. Failing, there's a price. The price will be in comfort. I have many millionaire friends, many friends who make a lot of money. Nobody does that by sitting on a couch with their feet up, playing video games or watching General Hospital or something. It takes effort. It takes time. You're going to invest some time. Now, what I teach doesn't require a whole lot of cash. You don't need to spend tons of cash. But it's going to take giving up some comfort, some time, and effort. Now, here is how it's divided. Remember I said there's always a price. So let's say you do an open house. The two most important things it's going to cost you is some work, some effort, and some time. There is some knowledge and skill required for it to work, and a little bit of money. Is that a good lead generation? I would say so. Especially if you're on a tight budget, especially if you don't have 10, 15 closings every month where you can't delegate to your staff and you can't purchase, buy, invest into some marketing and advertising. Not a bad way to go. Let's compare it to online advertising. It's not going to take a whole lot of work. It doesn't require a whole lot to sit behind a computer. It doesn't require hours and hours of work, but what it does require is some cash, because you can't run a good ad campaign on $10 a day, right? And a lot of knowledge and skill. Knowing how to do Facebook, knowing how to search engine optimization, Google Ads. All that online stuff requires you to really acquire a lot of knowledge. And the thing is changing all the time. I mean, Facebook is dropping changes and bombs on us, once a week now, right? I'm not against online advertising, just understand this is an advanced method when you do have these resources where you can spend weeks learning these things and then you can hand off to somebody else. When you do have a few $1,000s to invest in your business. Now, if you compare it to something like Expired, very little money, some time, some knowledge and skill, especially skill, and some work. That's what Expired and FSBOs require. So the question is, if you want to fix your lead generation system, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to invest a lot of money? Cool, you can do that. Or are you willing to invest a lot of work, learn some skill, give it some time, and you're up and running? So my suggestion would be, if you're not getting listings right now, start building your core skills first and build your core lead generation sources first. There should be 4 of them. This is what I would do. Like if my business was busted, I was not getting listings, I was not making money, here's where I would start. This would be the total beginning. I would start new and old Expireds because it's a noun business, raising their hand, no brainer. I would go after for sale by owners. You saw 111 opportunities in my area. Statistically, about 70%, give or take about 80 of those will end up being listings. I want some of that. And if I know they're going to list within 30 to 60 days, that's a now business. I would go after Sphere and referrals. Easy. A lot of trust already built in, not a whole lot of marketing required. And I would do an open house because I can invest some work, I don't have to spend thousands of dollars, and I can get results pretty quickly. These are the 4 cores. If you don't have these in place, put them in place, because the only reason you don't have it in place is because you don't have the skill or you're not willing to give up your comfort. You only want to do what's safe and comfortable. Am I right? Borino, you're reading my mind. How did you know that? Hey, because I was one of those guys. So this is the core lead sources. Put these in place. Then there may be some opportunity lead sources. You may have 3 or 4 other sources, but master the 4 first. Don't be jack of all trades and master of none. Master this stuff first. It's the easiest thing to master. If this guy from Czechoslovakia mastered it, every single one of you can. So what are some opportunities? For rent properties. If a for rent property pops up, I would definitely contact the owner. Hey, is there anything I can do to help? If the things with the tenant don't work out, would you consider selling it? Can I help you find more properties? Build relationship, build connection. If I reach 10, 1 or 2 definitely will work into something. Agent referrals. If I meet somebody, I'm at a workshop, let's say at a seminar, I come to Borino War Room or meet somebody cool and they say, hey, I got a seller in your area. Boom, I'll take that. Sign calls. Nothing wrong with that. Taking good sign calls, somebody who's curious about the property, get them in a conversation. Door knocking, let's say I'm promoting my open house and I get to meet a homeowner who's thinking about selling, I'll take that. But keep this in mind. These are opportunity lead sources. There's one main difference between core and opportunity. With core, I can build a system. I can predict the numbers, I can improve it, and I can scale it. Because it becomes predictable. With opportunity lead sources, I can't. I don't control how many for rent signs will be in my area. I can control how many referrals from other agents I can generate. I can control how many people will call me on my signs. I can control how many people will answer their door and or be interested in selling. So I will improve, I will keep doing these, but I also understand that to scale my business and to make it profitable and predictable, I must focus on core lead generation systems first. And then I would follow the Day on Fire. Many of you know it, many of you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, there's a training, I will link it. You can also get this checklist. This is for those of you guys who need a routine. This will set up a routine for you. Focusing on leads that you can convert now. Call expireds, role play, contact for sale by owners, work your sphere, get established in your neighborhood, become a market expert by previewing property, and doing follow-up. Because if you analyze what a profitable business really is, it's divided only into 3 things. Generating leads, getting appointments with those leads, and turning those appointments into listings. If you know how to do these 3, you have a profitable business. That's it. So I would make this my plan, follow the plan, expect success, work like hell. That means I would expect right away to get some leads. Mindset is so important because if you go in with the mindset of, it's going to work out, it might not be perfect, but I can figure it out, you're going to get a lot further than, oh, this shit will never work. It's too hard. So I would expect good clients. I would expect getting appointments. I would expect listings and making money. That would be my general expectations. I would not expect to be easy or perfect or immediate. But I also don't think it should take more than a few weeks to get this up and running. Because the question I want you to keep asking is this. You want a different mindset, start asking different questions. It's a good way to start shifting. So here's one I like a lot. What do I need to focus on every day to build my business and my ideal lifestyle? Not how do I get a listing, how do I make a commission. Let's go further. What do I need to focus on every day to build my business and my ideal lifestyle? No compromises. Nothing based on price, based on experiences you want to have. A new car? Cool. A nice new home? Perfect. A vacation for your family? We just scheduled one. We're sitting upstairs with my daughter about an hour ago planning. Want to go on a little trip and do a little kayaking, go to the mountains, stay in a lovely inn not far from us. It's about a 200-mile drive in the Blue Ridge Mountains. It's going to be awesome. I want you to have the same freedom to build the way you want it with all the tools and toys and everything. And now your drunken monkey, that little voice will chime in and give you a reason why it can't work. Like many people come to me and say, well, Borino, okay, if you've been at it for 5 to 10 years, that's great. But what if I'm new? Well, maybe my man Ryan. I don't know, Ryan, are you here? I don't see him here. Great agent. He was in the business for less than 2 years. Look at this. I want to keep in touch. I just closed 3 deals this week, all following your plan. Expired. Bam, done. My man got some fancy award, became the agent of the month or a year or something. Very cool. Second example. This is just examples, of course. Expired got about a month ago. I think after 6 hits, they bought a home. We're in closing. 4 commissions from just one expired. So what I encourage you to do is rather than just acquiring information, getting inspired, doing all that stuff, is jump and do it. Just jump in. There comes a time where more information is not going to make you money, more action will. Being out there, doing it, learning, even making mistakes. Now, of course, I have the bootcamp. We opened it. I'm the man with alcohol and explosives. It's an expired bootcamp 2.0. So if you want to partner up with me, I'm available. I have a system that I can teach you. If you need a system to get the leads, appointments, and listings quickly, I'm ready to help. This is especially for you if you had good intentions in the past. You wanted to make this work and got sidetracked. Because I know life happens, busy stuff happens, I've been there. But if you want to be in control of your business, your income, and your future, then this may be for you. Because you and I will work on your business together. Now, the expired bootcamp, this is just an example. Obviously, I cannot predict how we're going to do this time. But one of the last ones, they generated 5,530 leads and 74 listings. So it's possible there is business out there, and I want to show you. The main difference between those who do it and get the results and those who know is they have a system. They know step 1, step 2, step 3. Here's what I say. Here's what I text. Here's what I send. It's a process. And the process is only divided into 3 pieces: leads, appointments, and listings. Because if you know how to do that, you're making money. Then it's just a matter of how much do you want? Do you want more? Let's get you more. And then, of course, the bootcamp comes with all the tools. Because you need some tools. You cannot just show up with a business card. So we're going to set you up with the expired package, marketing materials, so you can make a powerful first impression, strong first contact, all of that. You will know what to say. You will know what to email, what to text, how to bridge from being just another agent to the person that develops contact. And through contact, connection. And through connection, trust. That's the idea. So we address everything: mail, phone, email sequences. How to turn those leads into appointments. What tools do you need to beat your competition? We open all channels of communication. That is the most powerful, most effective way to do that. So you, at the end, are their logical choice. Now, of course, this is a step-by-step class I'm going to be teaching. Don't do this, do that, because this is all tried and tested by me, by a bunch of other agents. Big part of what we're going to do is accountability. Because you know what to do. This is not about knowledge, this is about being consistent daily. So we're going to have daily and weekly assignments, direct support from me and my staff, and of course, accountability. So this will be a hands-on workshop. You and I will set up your business together. This means you will have plenty of opportunities to practice, to get help, and ask questions. And my man Luke is here, and Krista. Great guys from Michigan. Loved having them in the bootcamp. I really enjoyed working with you guys. Such a lovely spirit, such a good energy, and such great rockstar real estate agents. So they posted this recently. This week, 5 appointments, a listing, and an expired who received the package called us as we were leaving to put some last signs up. They actually hustled out there, which I very much appreciate, because they ran out of signs and their company screwed them up. So they did the work. Love that. You owe us some new signs. We don't have enough anymore to put up. That's a nice problem to have. I want every single one of you to have that problem. I actually recorded an interview with these two lovely people, how they got 12 listings in January in Michigan. Where that's not supposed to happen, right? So here's what you're going to get when you sign up for the bootcamp. You're going to get the Expired Plus system, the new book, and all the marketing materials. You're going to get the Path Money Mindset book that I wrote specifically if you feel like your mindset is not where it needs to be. Full access to the Listing University. That's kind of like, I call it the Netflix of real estate, where there's over 100 training sessions, resources, from online to offline, from role-playing to communication to advertising. All of it is there. You're going to get access to my Mind Matrix Plus. This is an audio program I recorded first for myself to adjust my subconscious beliefs, to adjust my focus and my expectations. Now, of course, the bootcamp. Now, this is the same expired bootcamp we used to sell for $1,997. Same class. This one is actually better. It's the 2.0 version. We improved it. All of this is $3,902, but because I wanted to tie it in with the Path, where I want you to test drive my coaching program, it's only $197 a month to build a lifestyle, to get the freedom, and have the toys. If that's something that interests you, go to goborino.com/bootcamp and register. We're starting this Thursday. We'll be ready to go. With your Sergeant Borino, this is something I teach personally, of course. It's an online. All these sessions will be live training sessions. We're starting this Thursday. Same bootcamp. The normally is $1997 if you just test drive the Path. Now, of course, if you just want to do the bootcamp, you can. And then when you're done, you want to bail, that's fine. There are no long-term contracts, no long-term obligations, no shenanigans. Stay for as long as you want. This whole thing is only $197 a month. Would love to have you on board. This is how, my friends, you will fix your lead generation problem. That is the answer. Helpful? Build your systems. Start easy, start simple, but you must master. Not jack of all trades, not having 15 different things running around. You get distracted, it's not going to work. Pick 3 or 4 funnels first and really master those within the next few weeks. All right? Let's see what's happening on our communication. Let's pull this up. Are good people saying hello? Yes, they are. Balvinder from Hello from Canada. Adam checking in from Houston, Texas. Rick from Atlanta. Good to have you. This is great stuff, says Ben. Good. Oh no, it's Janet. Glad you enjoyed it, Janet. Grace likes it. You just scored a great FSBO, right? A topic I mastered. I'm tuning in. Hey, James Festini. Nice to see you, good sir. Always respect and appreciate all the hard work you do and good work you do in our community and industry. Fabiola says, hello from New Jersey. You're the best, Borino. I'm always intimidated by FSBOs, but I came across a copy of your FSBO and expired book at my brokerage, and I changed my life. Thank you for your teachings. That's good to hear. That's what I want. I want you to feel the difference. I want you to experience the difference. What is it like to have a system in place, to know what to say, know what to do, and more importantly, start getting the results. It is not as complicated as you sometimes think it is. And you know why? This guy. This is the drunken monkey I keep talking about. Buddha started 2,000 years ago. Buddha was talking about the drunken monkeys, the chatter in our mind. That very often is nothing but a fear projected, nothing but a mindset that's holding you back. We all had that. I had that. How do you think I became homeless? Jesus Christ. Same problem. All right, my friends. So this is what you do. Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to post a link to that checklist you saw, the day on fire. So if you really feel your business is out of whack, if you really feel the stuff we put here on the board is out of whack for you, if you really feel like you need help, I'm going to put it here on the board. I have one more thing for you, and it looks like this. Let me go grab it. It's on the printer. I meant to get it earlier. Here it is. So what you want to focus on, whichever system you pick, and I'm going to give you this checklist as well, there are 7 criteria to evaluate. 1, always evaluate quality. Before you start implementing any system, are these good leads? Am I getting motivated leads, or am I getting junk of people who are tire kickers who will be ready 2 years from now? Very important. Source, yes? Number 2, are they easy to find? Or do I have to spend hours and hours and hours and a lot of money to sift through a lot of junk before I get one? See, if I log into my MLS, or if I go on Zillow, if I go on Craigslist, I can get leads right away. Not all primo, not all super motivated, but better chances, right? Because I can find them like that, qualify those that I can connect with, turn them into clients. Number 3, How easy are they to convert? See, if it's a $15 million property where I'm competing with a lot of top dogs, that conversion process will be lengthy, probably tedious, laborious. Not that it's not worth it. $15 million property would definitely be worth it, but I need to understand going in, what is the cost? And the conversion will not be easy. As opposed to a regular $300,000-$400,000 expired, I can convert like that with some skill and some abilities where I role play and know how to communicate, and I'm backed up by good marketing. Are you with me? Number 4, quantity. Quantity. Very often you're doing the right thing. Your lead generation is not broken, you're just not doing enough. Very often just increasing the numbers instead of talking to 4 expired listings, what would happen if you talk to 8? Just statistics, just numbers. More is better. So increasing quantity, and can I scale it, may be helpful. Yes? Number 5, follow-up. How much follow-up does it require? If I have to spend a year, 2 years following up with a lead, it's going to be expensive, it's going to be laborious, and my chances of conversion will probably go down because there'll be other agents, other factors playing a role. They change their mind 7 times. We all have clients like that. As opposed to for sale by owner who's serious, yes, I will have competition from other agents. Yes, there'll be some resistance from the FSBO, but that's to be expected. I can deal with that. Is it a duplicatable system? Is it a duplicatable step-by-step system? Start with that. If you don't have a system in place, if you have to improvise, if you have to come up with new marketing pieces, new copy, new ads, new this, new that, that's going to take a lot of time. That's going to take a lot of your focus, your energy, and your mental cycles. The reason I like to teach you expired is because once you have the system in place, it's fire and forget. It's the same process over and over. You just duplicate, 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 copy, 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 rinse, repeat. And number 7, are the results predictable? This is what I mean by that. I can predict and actually build a business around, let's just use for sale by owners. If I contact 12 FSBOs, these are my numbers, of course, yours will be different, but formula. 12 contacts, I will have 8 conversations. Out of those 8, I will have 4 visits. Out of those 4 visits, 2 follow-up. See that? And out of those 2, I convert 1 to listing. Give or take. Some weeks will be better than others. But I can start predicting. I can start seeing, okay, here's the formula. So that way, if I say, well, if I need a listing a week, I need to start with 12 FSBOs a week to get to that. And with the right systems, with persistence, with good communication skills, the right mindset, good marketing, absolutely attainable. Oh, this is pretty cool. Hello from Perth, West Australia. Well, hello to you. This is fun. All right. Lisa, she says, conversion is my difficulty. Help me. Going to watch it later. Yeah, of course, we're going to keep it later. When the conversion is an issue, when you have hard time converting leads into appointments, there are only 2 reasons for that. Either you're talking to the wrong lead, and here's what I mean. The selling, they don't have a problem. Selling is not important to them. Hear me on this. You cannot motivate somebody who's not motivated. You cannot push somebody into selling if they don't have a problem or if they have a strong desire to live somewhere else. That's number 1. So you cannot convert a not motivated lead. It's impossible. So if somebody says, well, we have 5 years to get this property sold until we get our price, we're just going to stay where we are. That's not a lead. Remember what we said earlier. The definition of a lead is somebody who wants to move within 6 months. Or 8 months, or whatever you want to pick. Don't pick too much. Focus on now business. That's the beautiful thing about FSBOs and expireds. Statistically, most FSBOs within 60 days listed. So that's number 1. They don't have a serious problem. They don't have a strong desire. They don't have an urge, the intensity of the core drive and emotion, which is motivation, to live somewhere else. Nothing will change much in their life by selling the property. You with me? So that's problem number one. That's why you can't convert them. Problem number two, so talk to better leads. Go after these. Go after the core leads we talked about today. Problem number two, they have a problem, they have a desire, they have a strong core driving emotion, they're driven, they have a very strong timeline, desire, intensity, they're very clear where they want to live, they even know approximately how soon they want to be there, all that is in place. The problem is you. The problem is you. They don't trust you. And the reason they don't trust you is three things. There are three things that must be in place in order for you to be their choice. Is this helpful, guys? Yeah? Enjoying it? I want to see a sea of lights go on the screen. So here are the three things you must have in place. All right. First thing you must have in place is connection. There must be a connection between you and the prospect. There must be some kind of relationship and trust in order for you to do business together. Because if they don't like you, if they don't trust you, there's no way in hell they're going to list with you. So there must be connection. Number two, there must be confidence. You must be confident. Confidence. Confidence. Confidence in yourself, where you present yourself, look, I'm competent. I know how to get this stuff done. It is one of the most desirable, most attractive qualities. And we're not talking arrogance. We're not talking being that cocky, arrogant, salesy, I don't give a shit, and look how cool I am, and here's my script that I learned 50 years ago, and bleh. It's a genuine confidence. Like, notice when I teach you this stuff, I genuinely believe this will help you. I genuinely believe this works. That's the confidence. It's an authentic, organic confidence, not a made-up stuff. You can't fake that. And number three, helpful. You're helpful. Goodwill. Goodwill. That means you genuinely want to help them. You have their best interest at heart. You provide information, resources, tools, guidance, advice, and sometimes just an ear to listen. That's the goodwill, where their best interest, their desires are your priority. Of course you want to make money. Of course you want the listing. Of course you want to get paid. But not until you establish goodwill. Just like I do now. Of course, I told you about the boot camp. Of course, I would like you to enroll. Why? Number one, I want to make money. Of course, I run a business. But more importantly, I know it's going to help you. And the reason I do that is because you're here, you want to learn. The reason I do that is because if you succeed, I succeed. Everybody wins. And the way I do that is by giving you practical tools, practical advice, answer your questions, coach you, give you stuff that many others, most, charge money for. I'll do it for free. Same principle. Connection. I want to develop connection with you. I want to get to know you. I want to feel relationship that you and I have. Number two, I delivered with confidence. I believe in what I teach. I don't teach you stuff I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't teach stuff I don't have insight or experience with. But I teach stuff that I know can get you listings, clients, and commissions. And then number three, I'm helpful. I have goodwill at heart. Before you ever enroll in my programs, watch my videos, get my free training, come ask questions, get to know me really before you say, here's my credit card, I'm ready to go. I want you to use the same approach. So if you're not converting, ask yourself, do these people have a real problem? Do they qualify to be my seller? Do they have a need? Is there a desire to live somewhere else? What is the real reason they want to move? That's number one. Number two, do I have connection and trust established with them? Is there a relationship with them? Can I genuinely have an authentic conversation with them where they can be honest and open with me? And do I provide enough goodwill? Where my interest is first to find the best solution for them. And based on that, we decide, are we going to work together or not? Are we going to list the property, get it sold so I can get paid or not? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Helpful? Is that helpful, Lisa? So that's how you convert. Now, the mechanics, of course, have to be in place. You need to have a system. This requires a system. So you need to have two things in place, contact management system plus a system. So CRM, contact management system. There's about 7,000 of them out there. And then a sequence in that, a step-by-step system to nurture that connection, because some of the things that you require, and we're going to work on during the Expired Bootcamp, is what is the best sequence so you don't annoy people, you don't pester people, but they get to know you, they get to know who you are, they feel the relationship with you and trust. And that requires a system. Yeah? Oh, what a sweet thing to say. Maria thinks I am the best. Well, I appreciate it. I tend to agree. Not in an arrogant way, but I do like what I do, and I do enjoy the results like some of you guys are getting. It's such a beautiful, uplifting feeling to see that it's working for you and you're serving your clients and they're happy. Because this is how we're going to make not just the industry better, but this part of the world better, which is awesome. All right. This is how you fix your lead generation. Focus on the quality of the leads, focus on the quantity of the leads, focus on your core funnels. Improve. Don't go for perfect. Good enough and then better. Good enough and then better. Good enough and then better. That's the process. Come join the bootcamp. We're going to send you these books. So you're really cutting it close. You're going to get the Expired Plus 5.0 brand new, the entire system plus the videos. Whether you stay on path later or not, you get to keep all this, of course. The path, the mindset, money mindset, good stuff written specifically for you if you're struggling with money issues, success issues, mindset issues, if you don't trust yourself, don't believe yourself, if the confidence is lacking. We're going to work on that. These two will come in mail. The rest will be available online. I'll see you all on Thursday morning. Bootcamp is starting. I'm very excited teaching you. Thank you very much for being here today. Hope you enjoyed it. Special shout out to my man, Mr. James Festini, who I very much enjoy your videos and your coaching. If you haven't checked him out, please do so. He has a great YouTube channel. He has a great training where you can watch the master live. And if anybody mastered the art of lead generation and prospecting, it's my man James. So it's an honor and privilege to have you here on a training and be acquainted with you. One day we'll probably connect and do something. Looking forward to it. All right, my friends, goborino.com/bootcamp is the URL. I'll talk to you all real soon. Coach Borino signing off. Go out there, get some leads. I will post a checklist for you. Follow it. Sign up for the bootcamp. I'll talk to you real soon. Let's go get them. Bye, everybody. Ciao.